What's up, everybody? Big Herc 916, getting down fresh out. And we want to say thank you for being a part of our team over here on YouTube, for being a subscriber, a supporter, somebody who's a Wixflip member. We appreciate everything you've done as we move forward. And in our next phase, we would like to invite you to join us on our Patreon movement. And in this movement, we're going to do something that's unprecedented. We want to build a fresh out facility that you can come and participate in, that's going to allow you to pursue your dreams, whether they're in photography, whether they're in music, whether they're in personal training, whatever it is. We want you to be a part of that and be successful in whatever you do. If we could just get half of you guys to come in, become a part of our Patreon, we could start this movement and start this build out of this facility that will have music production, video production, personal training, opportunities to do welding, auto mechanics, construction, you name it. We'll have people be able to come in and teach courses, people being able to guest speak and share their entrepreneurial success, and all this will be accessible to you as a member of our Patreon team. Now, our goal is to reach this by October, which will allow us to go and locate a building, do the build out, pay for overhead costs, hire employees, and get the ball rolling. So we wish that you guys move with us on this goal and become a part of our Fresh Out family on Patreon, so that together we can pursue these dreams, our goals, and all of us into the future become successful together. Big Herc 916, Fresh Out. What's up, everybody? Big Herc 916, getting down fresh out. You tune into another edition of Prison Talk. Want to say thank you for subscribing, thanks for supporting. Make sure you guys subscribe to our Patreon and join our movement. We got some really big things going on over there, and we want you guys to be a part of it. Once we get that thing in play, it's going to be a game changer for all of us. So join our Patreon movement. I want to share a story with you from one of our fans that's Asian, just to give you an idea of how political things are in certain situations and how the law enforcement is involved in regulating a lot of these politics in the county jail in Los Angeles. When I was in LA County Central, there was a green light on all Asians by the Southsiders I didn't know. The minute I got off the bus, I got jumped by 4 gangbangers. When I got to the line where the deputy was going to give me my blues, he asked me what happened because he noticed the blood on me. I told him I slipped and fell. He said, "We all know what happened. Tell me who did it." I said, "I slipped." So I'll never forget this. He said, "You're a tough guy, huh?" Well, guess what? Instead of separating me from the Southsiders, he put me and another Asian in 9500, which at the time was pretty much a Southsider dorm. We fought every day until a good deputy asked me, "What the hell are you guys doing here?" They knew this wasn't good. They sent us to a 4-man cell dorm. At 4 in the morning, I hear my door open and footsteps running. 4 Southsiders got in and jumped me. They ran out and the door closes. And then I asked the guy in the cell next to me, "What other doors open?" He said, "Just yours." Only deputies can open and close doors. It's a game to them, and I believe it's their way of entertaining themselves. It got so bad that even the Southsiders shot caller told the homies to lay off for a while because the deputies are making this entertainment. This is just some of what I went through. I'm not a gangster or a hardcore criminal, but it made me harder and more aware that law enforcement is not there to help and are even sadistic. The good cops are there but won't help, especially if other cops are around. I just want to let that sink in for a little bit, just for some of you guys out there who have no clue on just how a lot of things happen in the county jails across the country, and especially here in LA County. Um, and I'm not pointing a finger at every one in law enforcement, because like the guy said, one of the good deputies moved them to a cell, a dorm that was supposed to be a safer place. But when shift changed, they once again let it crack, and that's what happened. And we can't say that necessarily all the apples in the bag are rotten because of 2 or 3 apples, because that would be stereotyping everybody. And I don't want to get thrown into a stereotype myself based on, what a group of individuals may have done and, made other people look bad. But we have to learn that we got to move past that, man. And we got to just, the people out there in law enforcement, man, got to do more to kind of balance out the tide, man, on these dudes that are, carrying out these type of actions when they're in positions of what is supposed to be reputable positions, man. You can't expect a guy who is just doing ignorant shit to be held in the same the same light as a person who took an oath to protect and serve. It's the protect and serve person, man. You've taken a position that requires you to go above and beyond. And like I said, I don't like to judge everybody. I know some people who are in law enforcement who are, who are cool, who aren't with the bullshit. And, I've run across a lot of dudes that look like myself that, are with the bullshit. So, I can't say that I would, trust these guys any more than I trust, somebody in law enforcement. But at the end of the day, man, we're human beings, and we got to learn to somehow communicate better. And the people who are in these positions, man, shouldn't be in these positions if they can't carry out a truthful position at their job. I had friends, man, of all nationalities in prison, and I know some people are like, oh, you always talk about how you grew up and blah, blah, blah. Well, man, I'm going to keep talking about it because a lot of you don't have people outside of your own race that you made friends with, and that you've had relationships with as far as interaction. Even when I was in prison, man, I knew some cats that were Southsiders that were cool with me. We couldn't really sit back and chop it up like, I would do with somebody else that was black, but we talked about different things. Would sometimes share magazines or something like that. And a lot of cats would be like, dude, I can't eat with you or work out with you, man, but you're a cool dude. And a lot of these cats, I got their numbers, and when I got out, I hollered at them here and there, and I got even a couple cats that are, pretty prominent figures, man, that I still chop it up with. So the racial thing, man, is sad, man, but they use that to play us in every angle, whether it's in prison, whether it's on the street. I mean, my cellie was Mexican, man. And I had some blacks call me, oh man, you a black Mexican, because I had a Mexican cellie, because they didn't understand that, me and this guy could be friends and it didn't have to be any politics involved. But I didn't grow up like that, like I said. Just like when I would chop it up sometimes with my white partner, people would say, well, how do you know that? Why are you talking to that dude? What you guys talking about? Well, it doesn't matter what we're talking about. It's another human being, and we're on some, helping each other time. So, I say this to say that, you guys just don't fall for the okie doke, man. And if you are a person that's in a position that is supervising other individuals, man, have some type of humanity, man, and exercise some type of, I don't know, just humanistic behavior before you subject these people that you have no clue about their background to this type of violent and perpetuation, because all you did was make this guy now more hardened and try to create a bias towards other races because of his treatment. And it doesn't matter if you're Asian, white, black, Mexican, Hispanic, Native American, man. They play all of us like this. And we got to wake up and stop letting us be, letting us be played like this, man. Because like we try to cross as many racial barriers as possible over here, and and just spread a positive message, man. So I just thought I'd share that story just to bring some awareness to you guys, and hopefully sway the opinions of people in positions of power so that they maybe think twice about the behavior that they're actually promoting in their positions of power. Big Herc 916 getting down fresh out.